When I think back upon my journey as an author, a writer, a poet, and I reflect upon the path that I've taken, the experiences that I've had, um, the emotions that I've been through, the feelings that I've felt. I can't believe what I've been through, and I can't believe that it's been 10 years since I began my journey. My path as a writer, as an author, as a man, as an inquisitive, inspired person, journeying through the world, looking for things that interest him and make his heart race. Um, over the last 10 years, there have been moments of true and utter joy, love, um, amazing sights to see, incredible people that I've met. There's also been heartbreak, darkness, death, pain, sorrow. But when I think back upon everything that I've seen, everything that I've felt, everything that I've done, um, sometimes I ask the question, would I change anything? What if I had not done what I did? What if I'd not started down upon this path that I've been on for 10 years now? What if I hadn't met the people that I've met? Would I be better off? You know, and ultimately, the answer to that question is no. Would I choose to do what I did? Yes. And why? Because that's life. And the life of anybody, not only that the life of a writer, is that of experiencing everything and anything that you can, meeting everyone and anyone that you can, and being inspired by them and being gifted of them, something that you couldn't find anywhere else with anybody else. So, if I could spare myself any of the pain that I've been through, would I? I'd like to say yes, but in reality, no, because what has happened in my life, the things that I've written about, the experiences that I've had, I wouldn't change a thing, because at the time that I was experiencing what I experienced, at the time that I was doing what I was doing, it gave me what I needed, and it ultimately inspired me and became a part of me, and in one way or another became a part of my poetry, my stories, and all the books that I've written. So everybody that I've met in my life, I have to thank, I suppose, for inspiring me in one way or another. But where does the path and the journey of a writer end? And the answer to that is it doesn't, because life goes on. Even after an author and a writer dies, their work has a life of its own. Even from the moment that a writer publishes something, whether it's on their blog, on their website, in a book, in a podcast, from that moment on, it has its own life. It will go where it will go. It will be read where it is read. It will be seen by who it is seen by, and it will evolve and have its own life beyond that of the writer. and the creator and the architect of whatever was created. So that is just the sacrifice that we all have to make. And of course, as a writer and as an artist, when you create something, you have no control of how it will be received, and the perspective that will be had by people of what you've written. And sometimes two people will read the same thing, or they will see the same piece of art and have differing opinions about what that piece of art represents and means. And even the writer has their own opinion about what they meant to say, what the ultimate inspiration was. And most of the time, who or what inspired a piece of art continues to lie within the artist or the writer or the poet or the painter who created that piece of art. So, and most of the time, the ultimate identity of a poem written about someone in particular, unless they are named, will forever remain a mystery. As when you write about a character in a book, each book featuring every character that is written within is inspired by someone or something that the writer has been through. So anybody who knows me or anybody who has read any of my books may, if they're lucky, read a part of them within every story that I've written, or potentially within every poem that I've written, because I always feel that everything and everyone everything that I've been through, everyone that I've met, all comes together when I write. When I sit down to write about whatever I'm going to write about, everything and everyone is always there, present, and potentially could become a part of whatever I end up writing on a blank sheet of paper in front of me. But ultimately, what I really wanted to say is I'm incredibly happy and I'm incredibly fortunate to have had the journey that I've had. I'm very fortunate to have met who I've met, even those who I might regret meeting, maybe. But you know what? No matter what's happened, no matter what I've done, it's been a hell of a ride the last 10 years. From my first book, Poet of the Sphere, to my latest book, Poet of the Multiverse. In fact, all of my books. Poet of the Sphere, The Sound of Mark, The Eternal Boy, The Dreamer in the Dream, Too Close to the Sun, Truly Madly Deeply, Playing God, The Wolf in Me, The Wolf in You, Vega the Vampire King, The Rambler, Poet of the Multiverse. I hope I'm not forgetting one of my books, but each one of them, all 12 books that I've had published, all mean a lot to me. And I had a great deal of inspiration while writing each one of them, and they were all just an amazing time in my life. And each time, each book was kind of like a different stage in my life. When I first started writing the poems of Poet of the Sphere, I had no intention of having anything published. I never thought that I would be a published author or a writer. And then one thing led to another, and you just meet the right people, and it's like a domino effect. You just keep going. And as a writer, as an artist, as a person, as an optimist, like I am, as a dreamer, as I am, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep being hopeful, keep dreaming, keep writing, because ultimately, when you look back on your life, you realize that everything that you've done, everything that you are, was always destined to be as so. And I believe that more than anything. So yeah, so as I say, I just want to say thank you to my publisher, Mike Blackburn at Zulu Media. And I just want to say that even though it's been 10 years and I'm looking back upon my life as a writer, as an author, as a poet, it doesn't mean that this is the end, because I can't wait to see what I'm going to write about next. I can't wait to discover characters who I've yet to write about. I can't wait to meet those who I've yet to meet. And I can't wait to write poems about the things that I've yet to experience and see and make a part of me. But yeah, I hope you like what you heard, and I hope you will choose to check out one of my books, one of my 12 books, either one of my books of poetry, short stories, my anthologies, my novellas, and yeah, I hope you enjoy reading what you find within, and I hope it gives you some kind of joy and inspiration, because that's what I always hope to do, is share my love, my passion, and to inspire people. But yeah, so I'll just say thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again soon.